I bought a used flail cutter, and first couple of times I tried to use it, it started disintegrating. As you can see, the little rubber guard that's on the back here is just falling apart. And what I did, this side completely had a chunk missing out of it. So I couldn't find the proper replacement at first. So I went to the Chinese store here in my local town here in Italy, and I got a floor mat, a rubber floor mat, and it lasted about 3 seconds, even though it was doubled over. So now I managed to find the proper replacement, and here they sell it by the weight. Okay, so I asked them to give me 1.5 meters because I have 130 centimeters. I just wanted a little extra in case I made a mistake. And the good thing about this is it's 50 centimeters wide, and I only need 25 centimeters, so I'm going to get 2 uses out of it. Not that it was horribly expensive. I think it was 32 euros for this whole piece, so not really badly expensive. But so I'm going to split this down the middle. Probably not going to film that because it's going to be pretty boring. You just use a razor blade and a straight edge. But I'm going to show you how to change this out. So we got to take all these bolts out here, all the way across, and clean up all the other the old stuff, and get that set up where it goes, drill holes through it, put the bolts back in. Pretty straightforward, but I'm doing it by myself, so it might not be as straightforward. So anyway, all right, we got to update this a bit. The guy who sold me this said it was 50 centimeters wide. It is in fact 38 centimeters wide. So I'm gonna leave it long. It comes off the ground anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it long and, or wide rather, and not worry about cutting it in half because I need 25 centimeters at least just to cover the gap. Anyway, all right, so what we're gonna do, it's gonna be not easy for me to film, but I'm gonna try to set this up where you guys can see it. All right, I'm gonna see if Dad'll let you see me anyway, doing this. All right, so there's a nut on the inside. It's already covered in grass again. See if I can get it with the open end, maybe. Yep, there we go. Oh, did it break? No, it came off. Okay. I was gonna say I just had that one off. All right, so we're gonna take this out. This is what's left of the, still had the tag on it. Look at that. Destroyed it though. Not quite thick enough to handle what I need it to handle. Okay, get the nut out of there. We're just gonna go down the row and take them all out. It might have been easier to take the cutter off, but I thought I thought having it raised up would help more. Oh, that's hot. Wow, that builds up some heat. Okay. All right. I got most of the other one off, the old one off. Let me give you a view of what it looks like under here. These are nasty as well, and it probably wouldn't hurt to take the grinder to them and sharpen them up. But to do that, I will take the cutter off. All right. Now I think the easiest thing to do is just going to be to set this bar in place where I want it and drill the holes. So I laid it out. So let me show you what I did. I've got the bar on here. The bar is a little twisted, so I clamped it, and basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to drill through. I stopped the camera because I couldn't find my blocks. So I had to grab another one. If you guys have old pallets, keep them, because these blocks are great for doing stuff like that. You can knock the block out of it, and it's great for that. All right, we're just gonna drill through. Whoop. All right, cool beans. Gotta love Makita stuff, huh? It's even a aftermarket battery. All right, that's on a charger. Okay. Now for the fun part. I'm gonna put some lube on these screws. All right, let me see if I can get you back in a good camera angle again. Get a screw started on, or nut started on here, and all right, that should hold that. Go to the other side here, see if you guys can see that. Okay, and we'll get that one started. All right. All right, I'm not gonna bore you with me putting the rest of these in. I actually have a landscaper here ready to do some work on my back garden. They're gonna build a road. I will put this together, and when I go use it, I'll film it, and I'll show you guys that at the end here. All right, final note on this install here. I did have to trim the width of this. I was hopeful that it was gonna sit like this going forward and just kind of ride across the top of the grass. I was wishful thinking, obviously. It ended up sucking up underneath and just jamming up the flails. So I trimmed it to 17 centimeters, and it worked. It worked great.